CADs, Aussie CAD to begin with. Again, I don't like trading Aussie with CAD or New Zealand dollar with CAD, uh, or Aussie New Zealand never together, never, um, because generally these currencies that are referred to as commodities, they move together, right? If commodities are getting stronger, that means safe havens are getting weaker and stuff like that. If you spend time on charts, you'll be able to figure out what I'm talking about. It's going to take some time though, not too difficult, but it is what it is. Anyway, so recent push on Aussie CAD, recent buyer into a seller, but seller really can't do anything at the moment. Ranging around, could continue to go higher. The reason why I'm not spending a lot of time on Aussie CAD is because I don't like this pair. But it does look like, if you take a look at the price action, does look like that it's going to attempt to go through. If it fails, a different story. CAD Swiss franc. Yeah, so CAD Swiss franc is basically it looks like it's taken a big rejection from up here, so it's coming down to down here, right? If you take a look at 240, it's broken through. It's already broken through that 4 hours buyer. 4 hours buyer that took the price all the way up to there. It's so clear. And then the seller has broken through. So pullbacks on this for the sell, hereabouts, maximum hereabouts. We'll see. But we need pullbacks on this, right? And then you have basically nothing stopping you all the way down to here, at least. Should come all the way down here. If you take a look at the daily, yeah, it should come all the way down to here, maybe into hereabouts, and try to go through, and eventual targets would be all the way down to here if it does continue to go. And it looks like it is going to continue to go. And we have CAD interest rate coming out on Wednesday too. So just line all of this together with everything, right? Because take a look at this. If you take a look at the daily, the price breaks through this in this recent downtrend. It's breaking through this. Buyers introduced into the markets for all of the sellers that were looking to sell through here. Then the price just chops around, can't really do anything. But if you take a look on 240, you'd be able to see what I'm talking about is, if you, sorry, just bear with me, please. One more time. Yeah, so what I'm talking about is that this was the buyer on the daily that broke through all of this. Yeah, all of this, right? It's this buyer that breaks through and then it holds, tries to go, cannot go. Price comes all the way down to there. It holds, can't do anything, and the price makes a lower low. Right? New seller introduced into the markets, the price just goes all the way up to there, grabs liquidity, stop losses, whatever you want to call it. And then this is again that break of structure or change of character. It's just basically the seller coming back in control and taking over the buyer where the buyer couldn't do anything. And then now we want to see pullbacks into this area all the way down to there, maybe lower all the way down to there. So weaker CAD for the next week. Again, this is what it looks like on the charts at the moment. It could eventually, drastically change based on how the news comes out. But it is going to, lead up to a big move around that time. And that's the move that we're trying to look for. That's why we're putting in time, right? Okay, CAD Yen. If you've seen my video, I've already posted a video about it. I am extremely interested in selling this. From the daily standpoint, targets are gonna be hereabouts. There's an explanation video on this already, so you can refer back to that. Um, I'll, I'll I'll probably put in a link in the description lower for you to find it more easily. So really interested, still really interested. Can't really figure out when to get enter at the moment, or when to get an entry at the moment, but we'll see. The targets are at the very least all the way down here, at the very least, and this is a 240 time frame. So it looks like it's going right now, but it could hang around, and that's what I want to wait. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to hang around. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But really interested in selling this. Okay. Another CAD again. Um, EuroCAD. If you've seen my previous videos, I've been wanting to buy EuroCAD from down here. I could not find an entry, uh, but at this point in time, it's a little confusing. Looks like that from this resistance, a seller came back and took over the buyer on 240. So it just, chopping around at the moment. Looks like a sell is gonna come in. Maybe not go all the way down, maybe just into hereabouts and then go for a buy, but it looks like it's setting up for a sell right now. If it does go higher, I mean if the buy does continue and goes through all of this, then of course uh, the buyers are gonna continue. If you take a look at the daily, it's at a very clear visual point of a lot of people are looking to get in on the sell, so it's gonna be messy. We'll probably stay away from EuroCAD. Doesn't look like a good prospect at the moment. If it does develop over the week, we'll see. So EuroCAD, nothing really, and then Pound CAD too. It's at the top of a resistance where a lot of people are gonna be looking to sell, so it is gonna be messy, but looks like it's gonna continue to go higher, attempt a higher high. If it falls, it falls. That's a different story, and we'll try and fix the price action there. But this buyer is in control at the moment. Our read of price action. I mean, we're going to try and fix our read of price action if we're wrong. Looks like at the moment this is the buyer that's in control, and it's going to continue to go higher, at least into these areas, if not higher. So we'll see. Um, Now we have New Zealand dollar CAD. So New Zealand itself is pretty weak. Um, what? Yeah, New Zealand dollar itself is pretty weak after the interest rate on the 28th. But by the looks of it, you're inside this, you're just testing this buyer, what this buyer can do. So it could just, range around, and never really interested in trading these together. So not going to spend a lot of time on it. But the recent move on Kiwi Cat looks like that there is going to be a buy up into hereabouts, and then maybe range. I don't know, but the recent area that it is at that should react is of that of a buy. So another CAD that looks like it's going to be weaker, and then eventually we have dollar CAD. We've gone through dollar CAD in the dollar video, basically looking for buys on this for the continuation to break through and go all the way up to there. Because if you take a look at the weekly, yeah, so it should come up and test hereabouts. If it can't go through, that's a different story. Well, look at where we're coming from, and we could go all the way to the top of the range as discussed in the previous dollar section.